Hi, my name is Karen Lowe. I'm a transformational therapist. I was speaking to a client yesterday who had never heard of the term the window of tolerance. So I thought I'd make a wee video to explain my understanding of the term. It was coined by Dr. Dan Siegel and basically is the space that we should inhabit, the optimal space we should be in, where we're able to feel and think simultaneously. We'll be able to feel empathy. We will find our feelings are tolerable. We live in the here and now. We're open and curious. We feel safe. We're aware of our boundaries, and our reactions will largely adapt to the situation. We're in a good space, and so that window will be nice and big and give us plenty of scope. Unfortunately, above the window, we'll get into hyper-aroused state, which is a fight or flight place. We might be reactive and defensive. We might have racing thoughts and heartbeats. We'll be impulsive. We'll be emotionally overwhelmed. We might feel anger and rage. We'll be hypervigilant and generally feel unsafe. If we go down to the bottom of the window, we go into hypo-aroused, the freeze state. We'll have low energy, flat, we can't think, we're numb, we'll feel disconnected and passive. There'll be an element of shutdown, we can't say no, we're ashamed, often we feel dead. It's just this place of numbness. So that's at the bottom of the window, and if we've got a nice big window, then we don't go into these extremes very often. But for children who've lived a life with too much trauma and stress, their developing brains are affected and they struggle to deal with life. Their window will have reduced because of this way of living. It'll become very small, so they'll flip into their hyper-aroused and hypo-aroused state very readily and very easily because their window is small. It can happen to us as adults as well, because I'm sure you can imagine or remember a time when you've reached your last straw, you flipped your lid, you probably had too much on, you were having a lot of stress, and things you reacted to things a bit easier than you normally would have done. So your window had reduced, and you need to get it to expand again. So you need to feel safe. So what can be done about that? Well, it's quite a simple thing you can do if you've come across somebody, a friend or loved one, who is flipping their lid. If it's safe to do so and they're receptive, you can begin by stroking their arm slowly and lightly. And you can begin to ask them questions. You can ask them, what's their phone number? Can they recite their phone number backwards? What car do they drive? What day is it? What are you doing tomorrow? Where did you get that jumper? Those shoes? Ask them questions that make them think. That's because when we use our thinking brain, our neocortex, we can come back into the here and now. But when we're reacting to something, we're going back into our older brain, the brain that doesn't think. It reacts with our hormones, our cortisol hormones, to keep us to get us to a place of safety. So it doesn't differentiate between the saber-toothed tiger coming to get us and we have to run or fight it or perhaps pretend we're dead so that it doesn't see us. It doesn't differentiate between that and perhaps we need to get across the road quickly because suddenly there's a car racing towards us and we have to get it out of the way. That brain reacts, it doesn't think. So when our window is tiny and we're flipping out of it very easily, we're going to that part of the brain. So if we can get somebody to use their thinking brain, and by stroking we're kind of really embedding that into them, then we can help them get back into the here and now and to begin to expand their window again until they feel safe. And perhaps after they've come back to the here and now, we can help them find ways of relaxing and releasing and feeling safe and increasing that window as the days go by. So we can signpost them to something like meditation, or perhaps they need to go and see a psychotherapist. Whatever the situation is, perhaps we can help them to get the help that they need, if there is, if they need that. But otherwise, just being there for them, providing that safety net, being the person they can trust, then that will hopefully help them get back to having a bigger window. I hope that's been useful. I'd like to hear your feedback and to hear what your thoughts are, and perhaps if you ever have to put into practice that element of using the questions to bring them back to the here and now, then I'd like to hear back about that as well and see what you found, what worked and what didn't work. So thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon. Bye.